I just had the most fun experience this morning, and I wanted to tell you all about it. So I was just on a podcast with Mindy Hoffman, who is with the group Women of Austin. I don't know if you've heard of them, but it's awesome. The stuff they're doing is really great. And I was there to talk about divorcee type of things in my capacity, right, as the owner of the firm. And I was telling them about something that's been on my heart recently, where I've been thinking about how many people, and it just keeps, those things that just keep coming up in your path and they just keep crossing in front of you and you're like, okay, like I hear it, I get it, where so many parents are coming across my path who just need help navigating the divorce and custody space. And so today I was there, like, look, I have a week. Okay. I have a week full of stuff, lots of stuff going on. And I was like, okay, it was a to-do, like go to do the podcast. Yeah, sure. Check it off, the end. Whatever. Things just lined up because we're working on starting a podcast, and I met this amazing producer who does it there and a space to do it in, which will like solve so many logistical problems that were sort of those hurdles I'd been putting in my way until like everything is perfectly all organized, right? The excuses we make to always put off like some big dream until later. And anyway, so I go there with this like very to-do, task-oriented mentality, and quickly realized, oh no, this is one of those like meant to be divine appointment kind of things, and started to settle into it and get more into the flow of it. And as we were just kind of chit-chatting there was a hair and makeup person who like didn't do mine, but she was there doing other people's. And then one producer dude and another producer dude and Mindy, who is the host of the podcast. And I started talking, the makeup person, Jessie, was asking me like, what do I do? And I was telling her about how I, work in divorce and custody space, but I'm working on something, this concept and community about teaching parents to deal with custody drama. Every single person in the room was like, oh my God, I need that so much. Like, oh my God, because this, and my husband has 2 ex-wives, and we have all these baby mama things that we're dealing with, and I'm trying to navigate what to do. It's 2 years later. Like, how am I supposed to live in this new reality when they, have never chilled out and never settled down? And so it just was this affirmation of that thing, that still small voice inside that we all have, that when you really allow room and space for that to come into your consciousness, right? Like otherwise it's kind of like subconscious, or you got to meditate or something. But if you're like, make room and invite it, whatever that means to you. Maybe it means prayer. Maybe it means, actually setting an intention. Maybe it just means like having a good attitude, and allowing those spaces in, you can get confirmation of the things that you want to do. So like, if that is you, if you are a parent who deals with custody drama, I'm talking to you. Like, okay, I hear the message. I'm doing this. Y'all let me know the things that you need to learn about. Like, what are the questions that keep you up at night? I remember when it was first me, I felt completely overwhelmed, completely sort of at a loss, like literally no idea how to navigate a space where like the divorce decree is signed, but the drama really had kind of just begun. And I didn't feel like I had anybody to help me with that. The legal thing is one thing, like you can call a lawyer for that, but like how to navigate the rest of the story, while keeping the law stuff in mind. So if you have questions about that, things you want to make sure that I talk about and cover and incorporate in, I would love to know it. And may this just be your little reminder or invitation to create room for inspiration and divine confirmation to make its way into your everyday. Sometimes it's in plain sight, and we just don't see it. Oh, because here I am sitting there doing this podcast, and it's like a record ahead situation. It's not live. And so it's like 2 chairs right here and then 2 mics next to you. And then I'm looking at Mindy, who's on one side, and I'm over here on this side. And then I'm looking at her, and over her shoulder, I can see a shadow through this like prop plant situation. And the leaves make out, I am not kidding you, dead on the shape of a hummingbird, just like in my firm's logo. While I'm in the middle of talking, I'm like, oh, those little like Gretchen Rubin calls them auspicious symbols, those things that really mean something to you. So a hummingbird for me is an auspicious symbol. So is a rainbow. And this was a hummingbird through like leaves in a shadow. And it just was such a little, I think of it like a wink from God, Spirit, Jesus, all the good witches, like all them, which was so wonderful to get to see. Oh, I've got a question. Any advice or mentorship for potential law school girly here? Hey, if that is your still small voice, like you say potential, I suggest you say future, because if you feel that pull, that tug, like if I could go back, I would have honed my recognition, my awareness of what that tug is, and I would follow it without question. Like, that doesn't mean be rash and crazy and like, let me burn down the rest of my life so I can like follow this. Like, be, within some context, you got a plan and stuff, but to really listen to your heart and that pull. If you're drawn to law school, and let's claim that, don't say potential, you just say future. Like, that is happening. If you want to go to law school, good, you're studying for the LSAT. Amazing. Study for the LSAT. Like, it's not a maybe, it is a sure bet. You are a sure bet. And just know that now. You will never regret betting on yourself. And if I could go back, I don't know how old you are thinking about going to law school. I went to law school when I was 30. So I didn't even learn that lesson until years later, like probably in my divorce. And that's one of the reasons I'm so grateful for my divorce and everything that I've been through, is those lessons that it's taught me. And one of those things is I am a sure bet. You are a sure bet. And one of my friends and mentors, and actually future team members, said to me recently, if you're watching, you know who you are. I don't know if I can say officially yet. About how I knew I never had to worry about what would happen to me, because everywhere I go, I get to take me. And so for you, oh yeah, 25 years old with a 5-year-old sis, you are doing this. And remember, wherever you get to go, you get to take you. And that's what's gotten you this far, raising an amazing 5-year-old that you had when you were young. Like I started having kids when I was 23, okay? You can absolutely go to law school and have kids. You get to take you wherever you go. And yeah, manifesting, I feel like sometimes when people talk about manifesting, they will just, like, it makes it sound pretend. It makes it sound like wishful thinking, like manifesting equals wishful thinking. And I think it's more than that. But in this context for you, I would say it's that claim, and our language reflects what we think. And that's why I'm not like picking on you for saying potential. But potential means there's a question for you. I know, because we use the words that reflect how we feel. So that's why I'm like, no, not potential, future. A decision has been made. And in my own life, I know decisions that are made are yielded to, versus like a hope and a wish. And I hope that this works out. Hopes don't go. I mean, hope is not a strategy, right? You need to make a decision and a plan. Start planning now for how you're going to do that. I'd be happy to do a whole live just about law school stuff. So if that is something you'd like to see, let me know. I love law students. I'm teaching at St. Mary's this semester, and that's been eye-opening and fun and interesting, and learning a lot of things in there. But I would love to do that sometime if that's something y'all would be interested in. So hope everybody is having a super great day. Oh, to your question, can you do this? Yes, you can do this. 2 hours away. Elsa, yes, I lived an hour and a half away. I commuted in every day, and I had 3 children. Now, I got divorced in the middle, so like plot ruiner. You need a support system. It's not like it's going to be easy, but absolutely you can do it. And I think like people who've already lived through some stuff in life, in my opinion, make excellent law students, right? Because we know what it takes to juggle. We're there on a mission. You are not messing around. You have a 5-year-old you have to deal with. You're not just like going to see, how do you feel today? Am I going to do my homework? I'm kind of not feeling it. You're not going to do that. You're just going to take care of your business. So I think people who have some life under their belt make excellent law students. So I'm so glad you were here. I guess this is my first ever Facebook Live. It seems like kind of a thing. So I am so glad that thank you. I appreciate your comments. I'm so glad that you're here. Thanks for being here and sharing this with me. So hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll try this again soon. Okay.